What did you see on film? Because that's how your boys performed.
I really saw improvement throughout the game with communication. It's always the biggest thing. First game, communicating, kind of getting over, those first game jitters. So did see some things there. I saw some assignments executed pretty well, others not so well. So we improved on that, worked on that all week. I really saw the safeties do a good job of tackling the ball, getting the running back down. I'd like to see that a little bit more with the corners on the outside. But I want to eliminate the big plays. They had too many big plays in the first half. We can't allow good teams, like about to face Eastern Michigan. They have really good offense. They have really sound defense. We can't afford to give them, free points or free yards. So we got to really buckle down, communicate well, and execute our assignments a lot better early on. And then when we get an opportunity to capitalize on it and put them in a position to throw us the ball, we got to finish well.
Those saying goes that teams improve the most from first game to second game. Do you expect that type of improvement?
Well, you always do. Every year you expect to see some changes, but so does the other team you're playing too.
Sure.
So they're not going to make the same mistakes. They're going to have a couple of little wrinkles. They're going to change up a little bit of what they do, and we've got to really apply our rules. I talked to the guys today about it. Just apply the rules to what we have. You're going to see something unusual. Last time we played Eastern Michigan, they had a couple trick plays. They had a couple unusual formations, things we hadn't seen before on film. Since then, we've learned. So be ready to see anything, but just apply your rules. So, I expect to see some improvement, especially on the, just on the assignment end of it. Not blowing assignments mentally. And then in the physical situation, that's what they're here for. Teach them the technique, execute the technique. Now it's time for you to win your one-on-one, and that's something that the great players do. So I like to see them go out and continue to do that.
With them knowing that you're a little inexperienced on the back end, would you expect to maybe be at risk for even more of those kind of deceptive type plays?
Everybody says that, but last year I remember playing Florida, and they threw the ball in Missouri 3-4 straight times on the fade on the corners that's playing in the NFL right now. So they're going to see what we do, and they're going to try to execute what they want to do, and they're going to see if it's single high safety, two safeties, and then they're going to go what they've always done. They're going to test the secondary course so they can set up the run. Back those safeties up. Our safeties are aggressive. They do well tackling the ball. They're going to make those guys cover, and then they're going to put us in a situation where, we got to make plays on the ball in the air and come down and make tackles on the running back. So you just got to do a good job as a coach of preparing your guys for that. So, as far as them attacking us, I expect everybody to attack us, and at the end of the day, it's been the same way for 20 years of me coaching. So, we just go out every day and be prepared for that. We expect it.
Yusuf had a good game on paper, but how did you evaluate his first game?
I thought he did pretty well. I thought he tackled well. He started communicating well. He did a good job of taking control. He and Jordan Griffin did a good job of taking control of the secondary and putting guys where they're supposed to be. So I really liked his leadership, after the second quarter. I saw it improving as the game went on. So, just got to keep pushing, keep pushing, make some plays on the ball in the passing game, and then continue to make those tackles he made, but continue to build him as a leader and as one of our better players back there.
Glass completed 20 out of 22, and a lot of them was kind of dink and dunk kind of passes. How does your secondary play? They come up on those plays, and how you intend to?
It depends on the coverage, and our rules. But he threw touchdown pass down the field now.
Yeah,
they were in cover 2 look, and he saw that the corner didn't do a good job, and the safety didn't get off the hash, and touchdown. And so he can throw the ball. I think they do a good job of taking what you give them and running the ball, and so people think they don't throw it down the field, but if you give it to them, they'll take it. They'll try some shots. They like to do some play action pass and throw the ball over your head. So I think that our rules apply to us when they throw it in front of us, keep it in front, make the tackle, and we have to not give them opportunity to throw the ball over our head. But he's a good quarterback. He runs well. He's more mobile than people think. Their offense is really good. I think they got a solid running back, really big offensive lineman. I think the receivers, people don't give them credit because they're not real tall and all that, but those guys can run. They run, they block well, they get off a press well. They'll go get the ball. Those guys are pretty, very efficient in what they do. So very good offense. Last year or 2 years ago when we played them, I mean, we only beat them, what, 24-14?
4 points.
Yeah, you know, or 24-20, that ended up being.
That's right.
You know, so, you know, it was just one of those situations. It was a close game now, and those guys really play hard, and we got to go out there and execute.
That's right.